Alright guys, Gemini, back with another video, and you have to excuse me if I look half awake and I'm laying on my lovely flower couch. Okay, here's the deal. I haven't watched Monday Night Raw in like 5, 6 weeks, something like that. I just haven't cared about it. And I haven't even set it on the DVR or anything. I just didn't care that much. So anyways, last night I set the DVR because Raw here doesn't start till 8 o'clock. I work at midnight. No chance of staying up for 3 hours during a mediocre show and going to work on 1 hour sleep. So anyways, I set the DVR last night. And I want to see the Goldberg thing, which I just watched now this morning on the DVR after I got off. And I was really, really excited about it. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing him. You can tell he was emotional, and he was happy to be back, and he was humbled by all his accomplishments in wrestling. That wasn't my problem with the situation. My problem with the situation is when Michael Cole opened up his mouth, and WWE really, really put their foot in their mouth on this one. And this isn't a knock on Bill Goldberg. I was a Goldberg fan. I still am. I still can't wait to see him fight Brock Lesnar, right? But Michael Cole opens up his mouth and he says, "Welcome the greatest champion in the history of WCW." And then I wasn't even going to record a video on this until Michael Cole said that. The greatest champion in the history of WCW. What a slap in the face. Goldberg won that title in June of 98. And he only held that title till, December of 98? Yeah, it was an awesome title run. And he beat them all, and he had some fantastic matches at Halloween Havoc versus Diamond Dallas. And, he did good at the Road Wild pay-per-view and the Big Battle Royal and whatnot. And he had some awesome title defenses, and he was an awesome WCW heavyweight champion. And the stuff with Kevin Nash was tremendous. He was the greatest, or he was a great champion, like a memorable champion. He made the company a ton of money. Huge success. WWE Hall of Famer one day, right? Yeah. Great champion. Greatest champion. I understand it's a marketing ploy. I understand it's WWE's way of putting him over. But that personally is just a tad bit insulting to me to call him the greatest champion in the history of WCW. Okay? I'm going to name some wrestlers here. And you can tell who I left out of who could be the greatest wrestler in the history of WCW. Sting, Vader, and there's, let's see who else was a WCW champion. Kevin Nash was a great WCW champion. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Am I missing someone here? Am I missing someone here? Yeah. Ric Flair. Ric Flair was the greatest champion in the history of WCW. For them to call Bill Goldberg the greatest champion in the history of WCW, excuse the hell out of me, because Flair was there 20 years before Goldberg, and he was there, 3 years after Goldberg was done. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, is the greatest champion in the history of WCW, not Bill Goldberg. There's no comparison. Ric Flair would wrestle circles around Goldberg as much as I love him. Ric Flair was the guy who built that company on his back and carried that company before Goldberg, during Goldberg, after Goldberg. WCW was all about Ric Flair. It was Ric Flair's company, and he was the greatest champion in the history of WCW, not Goldberg. So WWE messed up just a little bit there. They obviously they have people in their marketing department who don't know shit about pro wrestling. I'm sorry to say that. I know they're the WWE, but you have people working for you that don't know shit, because you could ask anyone. You could ask the boss himself, Triple H, hey, who's the greatest champion of WCW history? He ain't gonna say Bill Goldberg. And no offense to him, I love Goldberg, but it's obviously not Goldberg. It's Ric Flair. And you guys leave your comments below. Thank you.